This is your host, Ryan, and you're watching the Music and Arts Box. I'm here with my guest.
Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm Kold Kwan. I'm from Massachusetts.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your career as a musician and how you got into music?
Yeah, so I got into hip-hop music specifically through breakdancing.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Mexican friend by the name of James Abundance. I don't know his whereabouts. His Facebook's been off for years, but I was in 7th grade and he kind of introduced me to b-boying, as we would call it in hip-hop, one of the 4 elements of hip-hop. So breakdancing, I just naturally, as I got more and more into breakdancing at that time, I got more into hip-hop culture as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really was what led me into hip-hop music. And I remember that was 2009. And I remember just listening. I just got gravitated more towards hip-hop and its rhythm, its rawness, its message. There's a lot of things about myself that I admired about hip-hop. And I remember really getting to Tupac, Biggie, very early on.
A lot of the great 80s, 90s.
Yeah, Biggie, Tupac, Nas, Eminem.
Yeah. I grew up a lot on Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Run DMC.
The Chronic. Yeah, I remember when I discovered Run DMC, I was my mind was blown. I was like, wow, there's music like this?
You know, I listened to a lot of it through my dad because my dad was big into a lot of 80s heavy metal and also hip-hop. So I got into a lot of old school hip-hop.
Yeah, you know, Public Enemy had a collaboration with Anthrax.
Yeah, I know. It's cool how much heavy metal and hip-hop collab and have been collabing since the 80s. I think that's super cool. And you're talking about breakdancing. That itself, people forget that. I feel like people forget at least that's one of the origin points of hip-hop.
It's one of the 4 pillars. It's crucial. B-boying, turntablism.
Yeah, turntables,
MCing,
all that stuff is very
graffiti.
Important to the culture. Why don't you tell me about how old were you when you got into rapping specifically?
How old when I started rapping?
Yeah.
I was 14 around then.
Oh, dang. And how old are you now?
Right. I'm 28 now.
So you've been rapping for a good almost 20 years.
Not the whole time. I've been on and off throughout the years.
Okay. But what was your first track that you can think of?
It was called This Wind.
This Wind? That sounds catchy, though.
I mean, I look back.
I feel like that's very common for a lot.
I was
they'll look back and be like, oh, I should have wrote that.
I was 15, and I had a lisp with braces. And I just this wind with a strong. I just sound hella young.
No, you start off then, and then you take off those braces, and then you go crazy, and then you become the Kold Kwan, And
I didn't drop another song after that until 2018.
Okay, what was that song?
Grimy. It's on my social media. Not my social media. All the streaming services and SoundCloud.
Okay.
Dropped that in 2018.
What would you say is a message you try to send with your music? Because from what I've heard of your music, a lot of it sounds really positive and kind of uplifting, which I really like.
Yeah, I would say my more recent music. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I had that I was featured in that Travel Tickets song. But if you look throughout my discography, there's a lot of dark music too.
So is that you just kind of write about what you're going through in the moment?
Yeah, I just write about, everything I write is not inauthentic. It's really what I relate with.
Yeah. That's important as a musician. There's plenty of people, they just kind of write to write. But I personally find the love for the music is a lot deeper when you really resonate with it and you find meaning in those lyrics.
Yeah, for me, every single one of my songs, it's my authentic story or my authentic personality.
That's great. What is touring? You done any touring or played a lot of shows?
I played a lot of shows. I haven't done any tours yet, but
okay. What would be some? If you had to list, let's say, top 3 artists. If you could pick right now, you go on tour, and you get to pick who's headlining your tour. Who would the top 3 artists you'd pick?
If I could go on tour,
yeah,
I would have my boy Something New. Shout outs to Marco. He's sick.
Okay. Anyone else?
Me as a headliner, you said?
No, as them. Either way, you headlining for them or them headlining for you. What are some people you really want to play a show with?
I would love to be an opening act for Van Buren Records from Brockton. You know Van Buren Records?
I've heard of them. Yeah.
They're sick.
Yeah. No, that's a really good.
They're
choice. I feel like
they're the
These
best.
are some really good answers because I was expecting like, oh, I'd love like if Dr. Dre or something like some like very generic
I'm
stuff.
talking about local stuff.
Yeah,
Van Buren
that's
records
awesome.
are sick, dude.
All right, what's your third pick?
Third pick, like
Any show you're going on tour?
that I could be a headliner for, or
Yeah, either way.
or I'm opening for them. If I had to keep it local, I would say, let's see. I mean, I gotta say Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar.
I'm gonna give a big name.
Yeah.
Kendrick. He came up in Compton, West Coast. I think he's the GOAT rapper.
No, he's definitely
On an artistic level.
extremely artistic rapper, and goes bars for bars. He's very well known, very established, successful. Like
He has
definitely up there.
He has that quote on what was it, Mask Off remix? How do you let a conscious, rapper get platinum albums? That just shows you how you have to be a very transcendent rapper to be able to have the strong, deeply layered messages that he has while still being accessible enough for the
I
mainstream.
think it's really important when a rapper too has those deep layered lyrics. Like
he just showed how much greater he was than Drake, for example, in their whole diss tracks.
That beef was back and forth and so crazy, and like you could talk to anybody and their grandma and they would know what about. Like, they would have heard about it.
Kendrick, like I said, I just don't understand because Drake is just not on his level, not even close.
I agree. I personally agree with you.
Kendrick was talking about Kendrick was talking about rapping circadian rhythms in his diss tracks.
This thing is growing up too. I never viewed Drake. Like I'm not saying Drake's bad. But I've never viewed him as a rapper. Like growing up.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's my phone. What was it? Let me silence that.
No worries.
Yeah. All right, let's resume.
Yeah, no worries. What I was saying, I had the rapper though. I really just never growing up. I never viewed Drake as like a rapper. He was always kind of pop with like the blend.
I mean,
of
he
hip-hop.
he used to legit rap though. If you like.
Yeah. But I've always heard so much more pop in his music.
Well, it's become progressively more and more and more pop. He used to be like a backpack rapper, dude.
Yeah, no, it's always cool seeing rappers too where they're doing that because a lot of rappers I feel like are blending genres nowadays as opposed to it happened in the 80s occasionally, but in today's world I feel like a lot of music genres are blending.
Well, yeah,
together.
look at Post Malone, right?
Post Malone, Jelly Roll. There's a lot of it's become very, especially in the hip hop scene, where they either go country or they'll do a rock and roll blend with their music.
We had Rage Against the Machine in the '90s.
Yeah, Rage. Oh my God, love.
They combined aspects of hard rock, metal with funk and hip hop. It was
Have you ever heard of Justin Clancy from Massachusetts?
Yes, Justin Clancy is. Justin Clancy is cool as fuck.
Yeah, he's so great. He does a really good Rage Against the Machine song. A lot of the times on his intro for his song, a lot of his shows. Opens up with Rage, it gets the crowd super pumped.
I've never been to a show, but before he knew who I was a fan of him. He did a song with Atmosphere, which Atmosphere.
Yeah, Atmosphere.
I was like,
he did that song with Slug. From Atmosphere,
which I thought was sick. I was like, wow, a local Massachusetts artist doing a song with Slug. I was like, that's fucking sick.
It is, dude, and he's so much talent within that kid too. He really. Every time I hear a new song from him, it's another level is unlocked.
Yeah, he has his own lane of pop music that's it doesn't sound watered down or corporate. It's I like how I love how he's a multi-instrumentalist.
Absolutely.
He can rap too.
He goes from the hard rock to more of a little bit of a gentler rock, and then he also does the rapping.
Yeah,
and
people don't realize
popish style too blend in there, and that's what I was saying. A lot of genres in today's music are blending together.
He sings more now, but from what I know from my mentor, who's friends with him because they're from the North Shore, Justin used to do a lot more rapping.
Yeah, that's from what I've seen in his in his catalog. That's what he's mostly done starting up, but he also did more trying to think TV dinner was more of like a softer, more
Yeah.
gentle, but like there's so much meaning in that song.
Like I think he's just very versatile, and he knows how to like make music that's accessible.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean it's like without substance.
No, it all has substance.
And I think
in it.
like, and you know, he went on tour with Chris Webby too.
Yeah, I just saw him and Chris Webby perform at Hampton recently.
I remember listening to Chris Webby in high school, and I was like, oh shit, Justin Clancy's on a tour with Chris Webby.
Chris Webby's so great, dude. I love his music personally.
Honestly, I don't really know much about. I just remember, what was that? He had like when he popped off when I was like in 2010, 2011.
Chris Webby?
Yeah.
Yeah. He definitely. I feel like that
was that
more
song?
when it
Na,
was
na, na?
really start. Yeah, la la
La
la.
la la la, not
Yeah.
na. Yeah.
La la la.
And
Roll
then-
another one.
But he was featured. There's a Connecticut rapper just like that I fuck with, Apathy.
Apathy. Yeah, Apathy is another fantastic.
From Demigods.
Rapper.
And he features
Have you heard of
Chris Webby.
Vin J? Yeah, Vin J is another one. C Lance. He has some songs with C Lance. You've heard
I
of
don't
C
know
Lance?
Vin J, but Apathy is sick.
Have you heard of C Lance?
Yeah,
He's a beat producer.
C
Yeah.
Lance is from
So he's-
Massachusetts,
yeah,
I'm pretty
he is.
sure.
He's got some songs. Vin J's got some songs. Vin J is a beast on the mic. That man can go lyrically for days.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, definitely recommend him. But let's get back to you. What are some of the songs you'll be talking about today? You'll be singing for us today, rapping for us today.
You heard in the sound check, the first instrumental, I'll be performing Hailstorm.
Hailstorm. Yeah, I think that actually is one of the songs I first checked out of yours too.
I'm going to do the second instrumental I played was Sprint.
Mm-hmm.
That samples an anime that I really love. My Hero
Yeah, I heard
Academia.
Vegeta's. I heard Vegeta's. It sounded like Vegeta's.
I don't
voice
know if
as
it's the
soon as
same
I
voice
came out.
actor, but yeah, that's the one of the iconic speeches in that show.
Yeah.
Him versus the Nomu, Go Beyond plus Ultra, and it samples the beat too.
Who was it? Was it Baku?
No, it was All Might.
Oh, it was All Might. For some reason, I heard it might have been a similar voice actor. I heard Vegeta for a second when I played it.
I mean, I don't know the All Might's voice actor, but it could be like
There's like some voice actors that I've checked out who have done different characters in anime, and I was blown away by some of the people that have played like the same character.
the guy
you
who-
would have never guessed if you didn't see that.
the guy who does Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist
Yup.
does fucking Broly from the back of the movie.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Same guy screaming.
It's crazy.
Same guy screaming Kakarot. is
Yeah, no,
the
it's
voice actor for Edward Elric.
and then I'm trying to think of another one that was Pikachu and
The female voice actor. Wait, no,
Yeah,
I'm thinking of Ash Ketchum. Sorry.
no, yeah, Ash is a female voice actor, but Pikachu. Also, I recently saw like you know how this the birthday things for like different voice actors pop up of anime, and they'll be like show all the different characters they've played. I've looked at those and I've been like, they play this. Would have never guessed. Heard the voices? Nope. Could be my favorite anime, and I still wouldn't know.
And the ones that are good, they get paid a good amount of money
Yeah,
too.
I mean, it shows with their versatility and their acting too. So, what are some of your favorite venues that you've played at?
Middle East is always sick.
Middle East.
Cambridge.
Yeah.
I mean, Middle East.
That's
like,
one of the major ones talked about.
for
on my
me.
show.
It's just because Middle East represents like a kind of like a coming to age.
Yeah.
So you have to keep in mind before he became super big, Kendrick performed there.
Yeah, and that
meant-
also
yeah.
a lot of people who became really big played there at one point.
Yeah, Slim, dude, right? I think it was literally 2 weeks before the Slim Shady LP dropped. He performed upstairs in the Middle East.
Oh, really? I didn't know. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He performed upstairs in the Middle East. This was already one of the singles, like My Name
Yeah.
Is already dropped, but the album hasn't dropped yet. So
Yeah,
he's al-
wasn't quite there.
He was,
so that
he's
one will
already
start.
getting like they're like who's this like crazy
Yeah.
white rapper, but that was just part of the hype.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And obviously, ever since that album dropped, he has way bigger, better venues than
Yeah, no, nobody stops talking about him.
and people
so.
don't realize that like local Boston like the Perceptionist, Acrobatic, and Mr. Liff.
Mm-hmm.
They opened up for Eminem that same night.
Justin Clancy's played a lot there at the Middle East too.
Yes.
That's such a. I really like. There's a nice Indian restaurant right next door there.
There is.
And I got some curry there. When I went
Yeah.
to the show. Their food is so good.
Was it? I forgot if it was called Zur. I'm forgetting the name. I'm blanking out. Zuru.
It's like the door to the Middle East is right here, and then the restaurant's like right
okay, yeah.
attached to it. So
Because like
I don't know the
people
name
don't
either, but
realize
it's
the
really
Middle
good.
East is 4 different venues. It's
Yeah, there's an
upstairs,
upstairs, a downstairs.
corner
Don't they
bar,
also have?
corner bar, and then
Don't they have an outside area? No.
not really. There's the corner bar, and then there's it begins with a Z. Dude, I should know. Zuzu.
I don't know.
Zuzu. It's like I said.
Something, yeah. But I've mainly just been to the upstairs and downstairs there, so I didn't know they even had like 4 spots. That's super cool. What are some other cool venues?
Other cool venues, for example, I really like. I'm trying to think of one that's like, not as well. It was only a one-time thing, but I performed for the Boston. Little Saigon Boston Night Market, like a Vietnamese festival. They had like a festival style stage.
That's super cool. I love festivals, man. The vibe at festivals and concerts have like a similar but different, like, because you meet some great people.
It was a festival stage, and so of course the vocals sound great. You can hear from the recording a healthy amount of reverb and echo, and like you see, there's like sound guys legitimately,
Oh yeah, no. So, shout out to sound guys, because without them, festivals, concerts, sound guy back there being a legend, Matt. Without them, a lot of the stuff that we do wouldn't be happening, or wouldn't have a chance of happening. So like that's one of the greatest things to me about a lot of concerts and festivals is a collective of musicians. People do crafts, maybe people do sound, whatever they do. A collective of people with different skills come together, put together these events, all with the love of music.
Yeah, and I don't know how I blanked out, because Middle East also has the Sonia.
Oh, the Sonia.
I don't know how I performed there twice. I don't know how I blanked out on that.
We were just talking about Panucci's too today in Concord. Panucci's is first time going there Friday, but that place is like the dive bar of all dive bars. And we had MOCG night there, and it was a really cool venue. I like it. A lot of nice people there.
I gotta give a shout out to the Jungle.
Oh, the Jungle, yeah, that's another one too. You ever played at Electric Haze?
No, but I've heard of it. I've been meaning to go.
Yeah, I've only been there a couple times, but the venue itself is really cool. They have like jellyfish that hang from the ceiling.
Worcester, right?
Yeah, it's in Worcester. There's jellyfish that hang from the ceiling, and they're like all different colors, so it's like a very groovy kind of vibe in there. It's nice, small but not tiny. Really like those shows, because I feel like those are a lot more intimate shows. But anything else you want to talk about before we have you on the performance?
So yeah, I will. I'm organizing and I'm hosting an Asian American showcase at the Jungle this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Somerville. You should come if you're 21 plus. Are you?
I am, yeah.
Okay, good. I can't tell.
I get that a lot.
Dude, people think I'm 28, but people think I'm like 21,
people
22.
think I'm like 20 and I'm 27.
Dude, with the hat, people think I'm like a teenager.
So, any upcoming EPs or albums you want to mention?
I'm working on several EPs. I'm just taking my time.
Okay, yeah, we're not gonna go into too much detail.
I will perform my next single.
Okay, so we're gonna get an unreleased single today. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, we're looking forward to hear it. What's that one specific? What one is that?
I'm not gonna. What was it? I'm not gonna say the name of it.
You don't want to say the name? Okay.
But I'll point it out when it's time.
Yeah. All right. As long as people know, this is the unreleased one, guys. All right. So I'm gonna wrap it up then, and tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on Kold Kwan, Kold Kwan, KOLD KWAN. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify,
all that stuff.
You can find me on the dark web.
Find him everywhere.
OnlyFans.
All right. We will wrap that up.
Christian Mingle.
We'll wrap it up, and then we'll get you performing. Everybody stay tuned. We're going to get Kold Kwan on the mic.
Stay cold.
All right.
What's up, y'all? It's Kold Kwan. This is Music and Arts Box. The first song I'm going to perform is Hailstorm. Let's get with it. Yeah. It's freezing out here. Ha. Yeah. Yo. Let's go. Kold Kwan. Yeah. Warm air when I ride, storm in the sky, like it's a coup. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, going inside, go off the roof. Whirlwind that I ride, sweep you off your shoes. Element of surprise, keep you on your hooves. Have my head in clouds, hard as hell, I'm heading down over the globe, cutting my foes, holding my craft, weather aglow. Under the weather, changing the climate, near weather friends, be faking alignment and quiet the storm, breaking the silence. Thorn Orion. Growing inside of a cumulonimbus, forming a crystallized stone in an image, sound of applause, thunderous throttle, riding the lightning I caught in a bottle. I'm a force of nature attained, present the mandates of heaven obtained, keeping my cool, tempered and stainless. I'm the steel, sword of the fearless. Warm air when I rise, storm in the sky, like it's a coup. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, going inside, go off your roof. Whirlwind that I ride, sweep you off your shoes. Element of surprise, keep you on your hooves. Yeah.
As great hailstorms, about 100 pounds each, fell from heaven on people. They cursed God with a plague of hail because the plague was so severe.
Down to earth from my cloud nine, without a doubt I feel alpine. Dream of a fountain and feel like a mountain, the pounding precipitates outside. Forecast, yeah, hail or rain, pouring wrath of the wailing king. The poltergeist of the queen of ice, forebodes a night with a sweet advice. Can't kill me with brine, salty tears I fall undenied. No one can stop me from sticking a rhyme. Sleep in the dust, diamond will shine. Yeah, when it rains it pours, I'm more that of a hailing storm. Tenacious born, I'm trailing towards winning my sail, tornadoes roar. Warm air when I rise, storm in the sky, like it's a coup. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, going inside, go off the roof. Whirlwind that I ride, sweep you off your shoes. Element of surprise, keep you on your hooves. Warm air when I ride, storm in the sky, like it's a coup. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, going inside, go off the roof. Whirlwind that I ride, sweep you off your shoes. Element of surprise, keep you on your hooves. Kold Kwan. Stay cold. What's up, y'all? This is special preview of my next single released. Yeah. Living in the moment is the power of the now. Never seeing things as broken cause my hope is so unbound. My dog's on my phone, I need to get detached. Take a step inside and sit and feel the grass. Living an equation for every situation. If life was mathematic, it would probably quadratic. Serving in a known higher power, universal pole. I'm a Ronin and a Shonen and atonement is the track list. In the traffic at a crossroads stagnant, I just had to clear the static, paralyzed by an action from the contrast of polarity. Found the balance, was saved by the passion, rapping aphrodisiac. Had to crack out the shell, cause the world is your oyster. It's time to break the mold and repair file the oyster. And the Princess Mononoke monster growing over boulders and restart from the aftermath of ashes that smoldered. Can feel our spirits intertwine. Life can be hard, but right now things are fine. No care in the world when love is in the air. Let the smile radiate, glow up with no fear. If the sun don't shine, you don't have to stay cold. I'ma give you my light, we can go and break the mold. If the sun don't shine, you don't have to stay cold. I'ma give you my light, we can go and break the mold. A funky homo sapien with words like hieroglyphics. A disciple or the cipher, go decipher my lyrics. It was written in authentic, so not cognitive and dissonance. I'm listening, sorry if you talk to keep a distance. And I got so many rhymes, but can never be complacent. Life is parallel to hell, and heaven is adjacent. So prosperous, not just material, but spiritual. Surrounded by your loved ones when it's time for your burial. Survived by your kind, idolized by your kin. Living on with pride, knowing you provide for your kid. Putting in the grind to make it a reality, no fantasy. So manifest the message, send it stamped express. Mail into the Oracle of Delphi. For intel and S-speed, future looking bright. My perception blessed and healthy, whether law of attraction or confirmation bias. Just know that the cards that were dealt with don't define us. Can feel our spirits intertwine. Life can be hard, but right now things are fine. No care in the world when love is in the air. Let the smile radiate, glow up with no fear. If the sun don't shine, you don't have to stay cold. I'ma give you my light, we can go and break the mold. If the sun don't shine, you don't have to stay cold. I'ma give you my light, we can go and break the mold. Feel our spirits intertwine. Yeah, everything is fine, cause love is in the air. glow up with no fear. Sun don't shine, you don't have to stay cold. I'ma give you my light, we can go and break the mold. If the sun don't shine, you don't have to stay cold. I'ma give you my light, we can go and break the mold. That's my next single, y'all. Kold Kwan. Play from the beginning. Yeah. It was a cold spring morning. Time to wake up. Yeah. The call of the spring, I've been out of hibernation. The dew dawns in with a bout of salutation. In spite of the pollen, smell the flowers in the garden. Invigorated by the showers raining in the harvest. I'm powered by the might that has hardened my resolve. When I tower into light, harbor darkness dissolves. I dwelled in the past, but I hopped out the hole. As now feeling grounded, had to bounce back and full. I drown out distractions, but not off the deep end. And it sucks. And golf put the feet in. Fully involved, my awareness proceeding to grasp all focus, so the state of flow seeping, immerse and absorb to connect the four seasons. As the fall of the winter springs up summer for a reason. Chakras and chi with my shanti align. In the present I reside, evident the world's mine. Meditate, then I can levitate, so I can enjoy my roses without the thorns grown in my side. Don't mind me, I'm fine. I'm just feeling a vibe, and I'm going outside. Meditate, then I can levitate, so I can enjoy my roses without the thorns grown in my side. Don't mind me when I say I'm fine, I'm fine. I drink a cup of green tea to kickstart the day. Proceed with some matha vipassana, meditate. I cleanse in a sauna to purify my state. As I like to overthink, so I overcomplicate. Intrusive thoughts shall who loud pass. After halberds of Kwan, you and Lu Bu clash. No matter the battle, I will leave unabashed. Not passive with my passions, I will fill up my glass. I became the water that will flow and not crash. Making way, taking shape as I wade through the cracks. And I empty the mind to fortify the larynx with the forming of a fountain to reinforce the pharynx. Make no mistake, I descend from the Han, and I sculpt frozen harvest flows. Hey, Long John, and I speak Cantonese. Yeah, I don't Kwan. If you don't know what it means, it's I'm Kold Kwan. Cái trung文名係關於風，我係個竹星人，我唔記得我個名。I'm gonna end my set now with Sprint. Shouts to my mentor Aztec. He's on the full version of the song. If you like anime, you're gonna love this track.
Before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond!
On the flag of Spain, the motto is engraved from the Strait of Gibraltar that is flowing in my veins. A pillar of strength percolating in its name. The symbol of peace never falters and remains. I'm not a Calvinist with a predetermined fate. Ravenous in a path I'm determined to create. The road to greatness is already paved in stone, but I have to take risks or stay undergrown. I'm not a snowflake, but I snowball. All momentum for the long haul, gotta hold on. Launch an avalanche that's mustard with the luster of cobalt. Overcome faults as I rush over road salt. Go on, roll on, cause pain won't prolong. Protect those I love before we say so long. All for one, take your shot, so go beyond and leave a legacy that'll grow eons. It's a blitz, it's a charge. I sprint to the stars, the race of my heart, embrace all my scars. Hear my legs call, I don't care if I fall. I'm going all the way to tear down my walls. It's a blitz, it's a charge. I sprint to the stars, the race of my heart, embrace all my scars. I'm finally free, I'm fine from my ties. Now I know what it's like to feel you can fly. Not done yet though. Yeah. I was born an ugly duckling with no luck nor talents. I flew with clipped wings, equipped with chipped talons. A fallen black swan robbed of his last song. Long bothered by the trauma, bottled up in tag qualms. But the saga isn't done, the story's just begun. It's a long running series that's continuing to drum. Cause I'm not only cold, I'll activate my flames. And I'll finally embrace the duality of my ways. It's a blitz, it's a charge, I sprint to the stars. The race on my heart, embrace all my scars. Hear my life's call, I don't care if I fall. I'm going all the way to tear down my walls. It's a blitz, it's a charge, I sprint to the stars. The race of my heart, embrace all my scars. I'm finally free, I'm fine from my ties. Now I know what it's like to feel you can fly. It's the end of my set, y'all. It's Kold Kwan here. It's a music and arts box. Shouts to Ryan for having me. Stay cold, y'all, no matter what.